Right, guys, welcome back to another episode. Now we're gonna start modeling the front bumper. Alt click those vertices that make up the front bumper, but hit C and make the circle smaller, and press down the mouse wheel to remove those vertices from being selected, and extrude these ones on the y-axis just like that, following this line of the car. Like that. Select those and bring them down and create a straight line like that. Select this one and drag it a little bit more in the corner right there, and this one as well. Kind of make it more curved a little bit, something like that. Because now I can go ahead and extrude these 4 vertices, so without the first one, and extrude them down, extrude them on the x-axis just a little bit. Drag it something like this. Here, create a little triangle like that, and then this face, just fill it in just like that. And this just goes progressively higher as in the real life car. Great. Select this vertex and slide it till this corner of the little black piece, because that's gonna help us extrude from there. Select those 4 vertices, extrude them down on the z-axis till this corner of the black piece, so we have a vertex right there. Drag them in a little bit, then extrude them down. We also have a dent right there, so extrude them down to where the dent would start, so somewhere around there, and drag them in. It's actually a little bit higher like that. Next, extrude them down a little bit more and start creating the dent. You want to drag them out, and then extrude them all the way down and go in a little bit, and that's going to create the dent that we was talking about. Next, you want to add an edge loop right here in the corner of this black piece. Select those vertices and extrude them down till this corner of the black piece, so we have a vertex right here. That looks pretty good. And then extrude them down again all the way till the bottom. Then in here we need to create a face, but we need another vertex right here, so add an edge loop right there. Select those 2 vertices, those 2, hit F to create a face. But we obviously need some more edge loops in there, so I take a look at where this vertex is and add an edge loop right there and drag it forward. We can actually go into top view and align it with this vertex, something like that. Then we need to add another one. I'll take a look at this edge loop, add an edge loop in here, go into top view and follow the curvature, something like that. Then we can obviously tweak them. This needs to go a little higher, this one as well, this one something like that. Next, I want to select this edge loop right here and G slide it a bit more to the left, so I have a vertex right here, so I can extrude it properly. That's gonna mess this up, so I want to G slide this as well a little bit more in there and kind of tweak it, like bring it forward a bit, this one bring it somewhere in there, just to make them align, and it looks pretty good. Now I want to extrude these 3 vertices on the x-axis like this to this corner of the little thing. selecting these vertices and bringing them out here. Next, we can select those 4 vertices and create a face. There you go. Next, gotta extrude these 3 all the way here and create kind of like create this shape like that, but these ones need to go a little higher from what I can see. Something like that. Select those 3 and bring them out in front, just like that, and add a bit more curvature in here. Next, we want 2 edge loops right here, one right there and one right here, to have 2 vertices in there. This part is going to be a bit tricky, so please pay attention. I want to select this vertice, extrude it to this corner, and it's in position. Extrude it again to this corner, and then extrude it again all the way in there to create this part of the bumper. Next, selecting those 2 vertices, I'm gonna extrude them on the x-axis, just like that, and bring them in on the y-axis. Drag it on the x-axis like that, and this one, tweak it into position. So that way we have a triangle right here that we can fill in, just like that. As you can see, that little triangle right there. And bring this vertice that we created a little lower as well, so we can see it from the front. So it should look something like that. Next, select this bottom vertice, shift click this other one and hit M and merge at last. So those are merged now. Then you create a face right here. These 2 vertices, extrude them down on the z-axis till about there. Drag this one something like that, create a face in there. These need to go higher, just like that. These ones, bring them out a little bit. These 2, bring them out a little bit, something like that. These 2 as well, to create a bit of a curvature. These 3, you drag them back. This one as well. Have it something like that. These vertices, bring them back, so we create a bit of a shape right there. Add an edge loop right here to add a bit more curvature. And selecting these bottom ones, drag them back a little bit. And that's pretty much the front bumper done.